was in 2007. The last harvest in the entire state just took place in Maui. So that is now a coffee plantation, Kauai coffee plantation. The largest coffee estate in the entire country at about 3,100 acres. They do a nice little walking tour and free tasting if you're interested. Or if you're more interested in perhaps a microbrew, keep on trucking down the way to Port Allen. They have the Kauai Island Brewery down there. Best pub grub on the island if you want something nice and casual. All this land we're flying over now is all privately owned by a family called the Robinsons. They're the largest private landholders on Kauai with about 51,000 acres. And we'll talk quite a bit about them as we make our way along today. Very prominent family on the island here. Make it a few bumps and wiggles as we come across this ridgeline in front of us. But I promise you it's worth it. I got something in store on the other side.
There's no place I'd rather be.
As we make our way around this hilltop, we're going to hang a right turn. Keep a look out the right-hand side for your very first view of Jurassic Park. She is straight ahead, Manawaiapuna. Around here we just call her Jurassic Falls. .360 feet tall, and that is where the helicopter landed at the very beginning of the first Jurassic Park. We'll make some turns so everybody can get a good view. Wow. Pretty magnificent, huh? Coming around the left side. You can see all these dead-looking trees up here on this hilltop. This is damage left over from Hurricane Iniki back in 1992. Still see quite a bit of that up on the hilltops around here as we make our way along. And I mentioned this is all privately owned land here. That means that unfortunately there is no way to see Manawaiapuna except by helicopter. There's not even any hiking trails that go back to that waterfall. This truly is the Robinson family's very own, very big backyard we're flying over right now. If you look out to your front left on the next ridgeline over, you'll see a rooftop with the sun reflecting off it. That's the Robinson family home. island actually has 10 separate climate zones. It kind of acts like its own little mini continent with its weather systems because it's so far removed from other land masses. So the north and east sides are quite rainy. It gets a bit sunnier around the south side, although still rainy enough that we get these gorgeous waterfalls you saw. And then as you get around to the southwest side, you'll be able to get a peep make our way across this ridgeline in front of us. Looks very dry and arid, much like the southwest of the continental United States. There it is coming into view. It's the Waimea Canyon in the distance there. And off our left-hand side, way out on the horizon, you can see the island of Ni'ihau. That is known as the Forbidden Island. You're not actually allowed to set foot on Ni'ihau unless you were born there. There's currently about 200 full-time residents that live on island. And that was the first purchase of the Robinson family. Their descendant, Eliza Sinclair, came over from Scotland in 1863. And a year later, she bought her island for $10,000 in gold from King Kamehameha V. Her daughter then married into the Robinson name. That name came over from Australia. And they have since expanded their land holdings to 51,000 acres here on the Garden Island. And that includes this beautiful little canyon we're flying over. This is Olokele Canyon. It's actually gifted into the Robinson family as a wedding present. The entire canyon. I'm trying to figure out how you register for one of those. Starting to see some of the beautiful red dirt Kauai is known for. We're heading into that southwest part of the island now. This area we're flying over gets about 6 to 10 inches of rain per year. Versus the center of the island is actually the rainiest place in the entire world. Averages 450 inches of rain per year, and that's only a couple miles from here. So it's quite a difference.
I came with no mad feet and some wandering toes that'll walk up my longboard and hang off the nose. I suppose the need to focus never arose.
We're just crossing out of Robinson-owned land right now and into state land. We're going to be making quite a few descents and climbs over the next little bit of the tour. So if anybody's ears starting to tighten up, just pinch your nose and close your mouth and gently exhale. That'll help clear them for you. As we pop over this ridgeline in front of us, we'll be dropping into the Waimea Canyon. This is the Grand Canyon of the Pacific.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.